Yo, chat, we got the self-destruction of Nicki Minaj.
We done seen her really blow up on people. Travis Scott, Cardi B, for example. Recently, her and SZA just went on this whole Twitter war. Both of these fan bases were just going at it. And it was
Wait, hold on,
it's
chat.
crash shots in hip hop. Throughout her time in music, recently, her
And the diabolical thing is, I think SZA is way better than Nicki because Nicki has no Grammys, right? Doesn't SZA have a Grammy or no? I don't know. But Nicki Minaj don't have a Grammy, which is absolutely diabolical.
SZA just went on this whole Twitter war. Both of these fan bases were just going at it. And it was viral everywhere, all over the internet.
But I think SZA, personally, me, yes, they have two different like style of music, but I think SZA has way better, you know what I'm saying, music than Nicki Minaj. Y'all might hate me, but hey.
Now, we in 2025, y'all do not need no introduction to Nicki Minaj. We all know who she is and how she get down. I mean, one of the biggest times we seen her really crash out on somebody was that man, Travis Scott. Now, for a period of time, they was in a real competition. What I mean by this, an album competition is what I mean. Now, y'all know how I feel about Astroworld. If you don't watch my videos before, y'all know I think Astroworld is one of the best albums from the 2010s. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because Travis and Nicki will both drop on the same day. And this album that she dropped, Queen, was just such a big moment for her because it had been years since she's dropped leading up to this moment. And this was supposed to be her moment. This was supposed to be her album. So, you know, she put it out. She thinking everything about to go sweet until Travis really put out Astroworld. And the numbers was crazy. I mean, way more than Nicki. She would drop her album Queen that did 185K first week, and that's really good.
That's good.
But what is that compared to Astroworld that did 537,000 copies first week? And the
Dang, that's diabolical. I didn't think it was that good. Wait, is Rodeo the Lil Nas X or nah? I don't know.
The method, these two albums would be insane and honestly would change music as a whole forever.
Diabolical.
This war between these two artists changed the way Billboard looked at music forever. So these two albums came out. Travis outselling Nicki. She get mad. She getting angry. So she would get on her radio show. She talking crazy about Travis, calling him auto-tune man, calling him trash.
Auto-tune man, that's diabolical, bro.
Doing all of this.
Whole of the week, of course, is Travis Scott. Woo! Travis Scott on Thursday, when he realized the Queen was about to have the #1 album in America, he and his label decided to have Kylie and baby Stormy put up a tour pass. He had her go and post and say, "Hey, me and Stormy can't wait to see y'all." How are you selling something that does not have anything to do with your album, but it's being counted on Billboard as album sales? But what we not gonna do is have this auto-tune man coming up here.
No, that's diabolical, bro. I would have had a clap back. I would have had my wife, Kylie Jenner. I don't know if that was his wife or not. I would have had my girl, Kylie Jenner, literally go to Nicki Minaj, fight her personally. That's just me personally. That's just just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. I would have let that slide. I would have had Kylie Jenner throw some paws, bro.
Selling sweaters and telling y'all he sold 500,000 albums because he didn't. And it's a lot of rappers behind the scene that want to talk about it and they're scared.
Wow.
But sweetheart, I'm not scared. I'm legendary in these streets.
And legendary? I mean, she did bring up valid points through her little criticism rant because in the rap space, well, music in general, the bundle game was so crazy. The bundle game was crazy for a long time. Whenever a big artist would drop an album, most of the time, most of their sales would have came from bundles. They selling t-shirts, it come with an album. You buy a ticket, it come with an album. They sell this, it come with an album. They sell that, it come with an album. And it was such a big controversy. A lot of niggas was like, man, like, these numbers inflated by these bundles. And it's a known fact. Astroworld was inflated by these numbers. I might love the album, but I'm not blind. I'm not a dick rider. That was inflated by bundles. Same with Nicki Minaj's album. That was also inflated by bundles. And like I said, this Nicki Minaj...
Wait, what's a bundle, chat? I might be... what's a bundle? I don't know what that is.
Travis Scott situation made these bundles such a problem, such an issue recently, past few years. Billboard would come out and officially change the rule. They would really shut down a lot of the bundles. In 2020, Billboard would say this: Billboard has set dates for new rule changes to its charts, doing away with the controversial practice of bundling albums with concert tickets and merchandise to drive market shares and music sales. The changes also affect instant digital sales attached to purchases for physical albums delivered at a later date, effective immediately. Billboard will no longer approve any album/ticket bundles offered. Moving forward, albums will only be counted if promoted as an add-on sale to a ticket purchase.
Wait, what does that even mean? What that even mean? Chat, what does that mean?
With ticket bundles, an album must be promoted to an add-on to a merchandise purchase, not baked into the price of a non-album item. And before I keep talking about this, make sure you go tap in with me on Instagram at GetLikePrince. I'm really trying to grow my brand over there. And if you could hit that follow button, it would be appreciated. But at the same time, she was, calling out Travis, complaining about what Travis was doing. She was doing the same thing. She would release her own bundles, her own clothing drops. I mean, she was doing clothing drops.
Bro, off topic, bro. This chain is kind of tough. And an earring's kind of tough too, bro.
With Virgil Abloh, that's crazy. But I mean, she was really trying to do what she could to compete with Travis. And after the fact, she would still be on Twitter going off on Travis. My first album sold 400K. No one is doing that with debut albums now, so I'm grateful. I lost out on 12 hours of sales and did 200K in 1 week after I was supposedly canceled. I bit my tongue last Queen Radio, but I won on Tuesday. I love y'all so much. I looked at the numbers, Carter's, Kanye, Nas, etc. Travis did 200K in his first week off clothes alone. I spoke to him last night, and
off clothes?
He said he'd been selling clothes before the music. Bundles say they'll change the rules because of this, but I think it should be changed now. And this was a real big situation for a while. They had their problems. Well, it was kind of one-sided because Travis wasn't really arguing back with Nicki. He might have said,
yeah, I didn't really see anything of that. I just seen Nicki just totally bash. Yeah, this was when I was like young though, so I was on like internet a little bit, but not like fully.
A little response here and there, but it wasn't like him talking crazy to her. And for a while, that was that until last year. Now the beef, the issues with Nicki kind of sparked back up, but it wasn't a serious issue. Last year, well, basically a year from now, really came out like August last year. Travis will re-release one of his old projects, Days Before Rodeo. And this did numbers. I mean, that album Travis Scott put out did numbers you would expect from a brand new Travis Scott album. It sold 300K first week, but it was in.
I've never heard of this song, chat. I'm gonna keep it a straight bang with y'all. I've never heard of Days Before Rodeo. Never in my life.
Competition with somebody. It was in competition with Sabrina Carpenter, this hot new artist. Y'all know who that is. She dropped the album the same week.
She's overrated, bro. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, us black people, we don't really listen to Sabrina Carpenter, you know what I'm saying? Personally, me, I don't listen to Sabrina Carpenter. I don't like her music. Personally, I feel like she has her own niche of people that listen to her music. I don't listen to Sabrina Carpenter. Not a lot of people, black people, listen to Sabrina Carpenter. Could be the band with y'all.
They in competitions. It was this whole big controversy back then. And Sabrina Carpenter was basically on some, I'm a beat out Travis for Nicki. I'm gonna do this for Nicki. And Nicki would kind of come out on her side, adding a little bit of fuel to the fire. Now, it didn't turn into no huge.
Nicki shows love to Sabrina Carpenter. Bro, Sabrina Carpenter was known in 2018? I did not know that, Chad. I've never, actually sit down, look in my spare time, listen to some Sabrina Carpenter. Never in my life, Chad. Never.
Situation, but
probably never will.
It was there. She was still supporting it.
You need an LLC.
Oh my goodness,
it's protecting you. It's
Make
keeping
your money,
business
but
and
I
your
don't
personal life
give a
separate. So go to Celebrate.
Pearl.
But another big beef, another time we would see Nicki really crash on somebody was recently with her and Megan Thee Stallion. Now,
yeah, bro, this is actually kind of interesting, bro. I had my popcorn and my ice soda ready. You know what I'm saying? This brief was actually pretty legendary. No gonna lie to you.
A lot further than her and Travis. There was a little situation. Nicki said some words about Travis. Travis did what he did. But Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion would get took real far. Diss tracks, all that. I know y'all remember the whole Megan Thee Stallion Tory situation. Megan got shot by Tory.
Hey, free Tory. He didn't do it.
Whole big thing. Tory in jail. Now, Megan and Nicki were cool at one point. They was dropping music. They dropped a hit song together. But that would change when Megan would start working with Nicki Minaj arch nemesis, Cardi B. Now, these two got beef.
Yeah, they do have beef for a very long time. But hey, Cardi B's an excellent artist. I say Cardi B is better than Nicki Minaj. Hey, I said it, chat. I said it. Cardi B is a way better artist than Nicki Minaj. Hey, y'all might hate me. Y'all might hate me. But you gotta love me.
Going back years, it really could be its own video. The beef got that deep, but just know, and Megan Thee Stallion, a friend of Nicki, somebody Nicki was working with, would go and work with Cardi B. And at first, it wasn't no problems, but as time would progress, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B relationship would kind of mess up Nicki and Megan Thee Stallion's friendship. And long story short, it would turn to Megan and Nicki having this full-on beef. Now, this wasn't just some regular beef. It wasn't them, arguing on social media. They might get on live, talk a little bit of shit. No, they were dropping full diss tracks on each other. They was
That's diabolical. And Megan looks way better than Nicki. Not gonna lie to you.
dissing dead relatives. We had Nicki talking about
Dead relative? What? Nah, that's fighting words, bro. No cap.
Megan Thee Stallion dead mama. She was making
Wait, Megan's mother's passed away? I did not know that. That's crazy. That's nothing to joke about. That's diabolical.
fun of Megan for getting shot. It was a lot she was doing. And the internet was really looking at Nicki crazy for this one because it wasn't like, oh, this a regular diss track. She was taking that shit a whole nother level. This is like fighting words.
Yo, Meg.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. It's fighting words. Talking about dead relatives, bro. No, that's stepping too far, bro. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see, bro. I don't care. Gonna have to get my fair ones. Win, lose, or draw. I'm getting my ones with Cardi, bro. That's I'm not Nicki. Yeah, Nicki. That's disrespectful.
Pick up a stick, bruh. Nicki violating you too much. You was trying to get on my head before I had to turn up to big act on you. Why you not responding to Nicki? You got all the energy, but you don't want to give it to the person who actually everybody calling the queen. Let me tell you this, man. This music, you don't wait for the queen to die. You kill the queen. You get me? Same with rap.
Yes.
Niggas don't wait for the best
You make statements, bro. You make statements.
rapper alive to die. You take the throne. That's how that Wayne did it, man. Everybody
wait.
was sucking Jay-Z's. Man, that nigga came in and said, that nigga, I'm the best rapper alive. That's why Nicki play with y'all like that. She be sunning y'all every day on the TL. Clowning y'all. She call you an alcoholic on one song. She say,
Now, don't get me wrong. Nicki's a good artist. Like, top female artist of all time, I definitely put Cardi #1, Nicki #2. I'm not finna start the rest. Those are my top two, Cardi and Nicki. Nicki's #2 though. Don't get me wrong.
horseback ride. Look, I be greedy when I'm in your city, painted red like graffiti up. I ain't gotta beg for sympathy from the media. Yo, Meg, pick up a stick. And she said, idiot. Yo,
Bro,
Meg,
where's this quality,
pick up
bro?
a stick.
This is not me,
This is
chat.
why everybody say you overrated.
Now that's diabolical.
Then on the other hand, we had Megan dissing her back, talking about her husband that is a strange individual. For context, Nicki Minaj is married to a registered SO. I can't say the word on YouTube, but
What?
he one of them niggas that can't go near schools. And Nicki's married to him. That's his whole situation. That is
Schools?
very weird. And Nicki done got called out on that multiple times. But Nicki and
That's
Megan
diabolical.
full on beef,
I did not even know that, bro. That's diabolical. Chat, would y'all ever date somebody like that?
arguing all the time. XXL will write this. Megan Thee Stallion opened a can of words when she appeared to diss Nicki Minaj on her new song, Hiss. Since then, Nicki been on a multi-day marathon of blasting Megan on social media, culminating with the release of Megan Thee Stallion's diss track, Bigfoot, on Sunday,
That's
which received
diabolical, bro. After she got shot in her, that's crazy.
mixed reviews online. Nicki refuses to stand down and is continuing her onslaught of verbal jabs and audio sound bites. Despite proclaiming victory, and really I'm telling you all of this so you can understand how often it is she be snapping on people or how far she be taking some of these situations.
far, chat.
You didn't. A real bitch would have been like, oh, you know what? Just FYI, such and such, and so you know, you let everyone just be be thrown under the bus. You let the baby be thrown under the bus, Tori. Your
Wait, what is this on? Tori? Talking about Tori. Wait, what?
everyone just be thrown under the bus. You let the baby be thrown under the bus, Tori. Your best friend, your mom. You better go conjure up your mother and say and apologize. That's disgusting. I said her bodyguard as well. We ain't even gonna run down the list. We'd be here all night. But I understand how you begged. I was trying so hard, not to pay your dumb ass no mind, because I could tell you was thirsty. And I don't know if you sucked my DJ dick up, but you was his best friend, hitting him every day.
That's diabolical.
Can I get on Queen Radio? Can I get on Queen Radio? I go on live, you begging my fans. Tell her to add me. Tell her to add me.
The way
I have no idea what she said. I heard like 50% of what she said. All I heard was stuttering and a bunch of yap. I didn't really understand anything. I understood like maybe 50%.
she would act when beefing with people, it would get so bad to a point where niggas online was really like, are you on drugs? Like, are you okay? And she would actually come out denying all of that, saying she ain't on no hard drugs, because the way she was acting, people was really asking this question. But most recently was her and SZA. Now this situation was just dumb like all the other ones, if I'm gonna be honest. But this beef wasn't necessarily.
I was just randomly scrolling on X, right? Twitter. I was just scrolling. I was just seeing like a whole, like, they were just beefing, bro. Like, I clicked the thing, bro. Crazy.
Just her and SZA. It was her, SZA, TDE, Punch. It was everybody. Nicki would tweet this. Y'all remember that man from TDE who kept bullying me on Twitter for no reason? We got receipts. I never even responded to him. What's his name again, y'all? Then she would say, we have every tweet of your insistent bullying and lying. Your name was added to the shit list, shitty drawers. Same thing that make you laugh. Then she was calling his dick little. She was saying she got proof.
I just hate when I hate when females just go that low, bro. Talking about another man's like meat size, bro. It just gets to a point, dude. Like,
for being bullied and lied on by a man publicly on the platform she uses for her job. Nicki would say he failed to disclose to the public that I rejected business propositions, and thereby acting in what appears to be a retaliation purposefully used to cause financial damages to engage in a smear campaign against the brand. Then SZA would come in defending, TDE, defending Punch, because SZA signed the TDE.
Oh, she said this about Rich Baby Daddy. She said, I wonder if she know I turned down being on that Shake That Ass for Drake song. He wanted me and Sexy.
oh, so it's supposed to be Drake, Nicki, and Sexy Red, but turned out to be SZA, which I actually like SZA's part. Nicki Minaj probably was going to be trash, though. I actually like the song how it is. I would not want Nicki on that track.
On it. I still have the version of just Drake and Sexy. I said I want to wait for PF2 for me and him to do a Dricky song, so it felt more special. Like, this woman has been trying to tell the world she wrote for Beyonce every other business day it would appear.
Bro, this
I remember
is
me
trash.
and Beyonce was going back and forth on the phone about part of the song. Bae was like, you sing it. I was like, no, you sing it. She was like, no, you sing it. I was like, please, I can't sing. Y'all, why?
She can't sing. She can only rap, buddy. Nicki Minaj is not a singer, Chad. That's why I said they have two different, like, you can't really compare SZA and Nicki, because they just, one raps, one sings. Like, it just gets to a point. Now you compare Sexy Red to Nicki. Obviously, Nicki's way better than Sexy Red, but you can at least compare those two other than SZA and Nicki. But if y'all want to compare, y'all compare the accolades and not just like.
Beyonce said with a straight face, yes, you can, in that calm Texas drawl. None of us wanted to sing those shit lyrics. Beyonce's voice was already on it. I re-sang it and sent it to her, and sent it back with her vocals under mine. Thank goodness. I get bullied by millions online every day, then step my ass out on a packed stadium tour where people show me real love in real life. My parents are healthy, and I'm the most successful I've ever been. Get some fucking perspective and bark at the wall.
Fighting words. Nicki, ask questions later. Throw hands now.
Okay. Somebody says, you inserted yourself in some shit and now you want to play victim. She says, I wasn't even talking about anyone. I just got off stage talking about retrograde niggas at me. Calling a black woman a mutt to defend another black woman is so cooked. Open the schools.
What?
She responds to somebody else and says, have you lost her? Right? Like, actually? She says, absolutely. You ain't heard the album that went number 1 13 weeks? That should have let you know I'm out my mind.
Now, Nicki Minaj is a real interesting character because, she been in the game for so long.
Yeah.
I guess she feels like she just better than everybody else, because this whole situation was definitely dumb and it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have.
It's just the ego thing, chat. Like, she thinks it's just the ego. It's just the ego. Everybody has an ego, chat. No matter if it's big or small, everybody has an ego. And it's just like her ego is just too big. And I like her eyes. These eyes are tough.
went as viral as it did. And it was kind of about SZA and Nicki Minaj not working together. Like, Nicki had reached out for a feature from SZA back in 2020. And then SZA ended up not getting the feature. So I guess Nicki always felt the way about it. And then Punch got dragged into it because she reached out to him to get the SZA feature, but SZA didn't get a feature. So now she was just mad at everybody. And so she took the anger out on Twitter and was just crashing. Now, y'all know,
which is not good, not healthy.
Nicki Minaj got one of the strongest fan bases on the internet, and I hope them niggas don't try to get me for making this video, because I ain't really talking no shit. I'm just speaking the truth. Them fans, SZA fan base, Nicki fan base, they was having an all-out war on Twitter over these two beefing, over these two arguing. Will Nicki Minaj turn around and drop a SZA diss track a week from now? Honestly, it could happen, but who knows? What do y'all think about the situation? What do y'all think, or how do y'all?
Hey, chat, let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, man. Like and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about it, man. Love you, boys and girls. See you in the next video, man. Peace.